Hello everybody, Average Gamer here, and welcome to another episode of Supreme Ruler of the Great War as the German Empire. So, we got I guess you'd call it a three-front war going on, which was kind of expected, which is one of the reasons why we didn't rush into France. Was because I figured either the war with Russia would either last longer than expected, or Italy would switch. Italy switching is not 100% guarantee, but they did. So, I am contemplating doing a quick little advance, maybe creating a bit of a salient right here. We would need what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, no, 7, 8. Yeah, 8. Yeah, so we can be short some troops for the first little bit. But I mean, we could probably bring troops maybe from the Italian front, maybe? I don't know. I do want to build up a nice defensive line here for the we'll call the Italian campaign. Though to be 100% honest, I'm not all that just looking to see where they're sitting map wise. Yeah, so actually you've lost this. Okay. Theoretically, what we could do, we could withdraw our forces to our border. And then wait, and as the Italians come up and capture all this actually we can capture and keep. Because this is technically not Austro-Hungarian at all. It's one of the problems with the as playing as the Austro-Hungarian Empire. If your allies capture territory, then there's sometimes some issues with that long term. Where your allies recapture it, but they don't liberate your territory. They'll actually take it and keep it. Because, I mean, the land's not loyal to you, unfortunately. Well, I guess that's also why it's called the forthcoming apocalypse. So yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to bring in at least 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more groups to this location. So we're going to start... I guess our build up there, I guess. At that location. Yeah. So start fortifying our bringing in more divisions to Colmar. And then the plan will be to just kind of push east a little bit. Or, sorry, to push west down. Capture, this is in Nice. What is this? Basecon and Dijon. Yeah, it's one of these things where I wouldn't mind pushing in here, but then we're going to get... I'm worried about attacks from this direction. Attacks that are going to try to cross the river here and over here. I mean, we have them pretty good. The thing is, the AI in this game no longer... How can I put this? You can't rush the AI anymore. You can't just do rush mass attacks anymore. You actually have to think tactically now. You can't just mass it and run all your units at them. You'll end up losing. Some people have mentioned that why haven't I just gone directly for Paris? And the reason, just like in real life, the reason is simple. In real life, the Germans actually didn't advance along really that much along this section of the Eastern Front. They actually went through Belgium and then straight down towards France, towards Paris. They got, I think, to about here-ish, which, I mean, isn't even that far. I mean, yeah, they were able to take a huge chunk of Belgium, but they also got Britain involved. Right now, we don't have Britain involved. I think we're playing a pretty defensive, or a pretty conservative game, because that's one of the things we don't want to do. We don't want to get involved in an entangled long-term conflict. We have no problem we have no problem fighting a prolonged long-term conflict, as long as it doesn't include Britain. The moment Britain gets involved, then the sheer amount of logistics that they can bring into bear. I mean, they've got all of India that they can bring in, Canada. That will probably trigger the U.S. at some point if things don't go well. The U.S. might still get involved anyways. I think they're going to get involved probably no matter what. We still have this issue with whatever location this is. You know, we've got some, you know, troubling issues on the east front and the western front. So it's definitely one of these things where we have lots of fighting to do. Move these guys down a little bit. There. Captured Trento for the Germans, or for the Germans, for the Austrians. Come on, accept that, accept that. Yes. Okay. So the Italians just signed a peace deal with us because we took Trento for the Austrians. That means that we ourselves do not have to worry about the Italians. Italians are not a problem, which means we can actually withdraw all these forces now and send them towards the French front, which is exactly what we're going to do. Aircraft first, and ground troops second. This is going to revitalize our western push. We're going to support that. We're now withdrawing all our forces from the east, or from the Italian front, and we're going to start doing more scouting again. Once we get our patrols out, then it's just a matter of time there. So we have signed a ceasefire with Italy. The Austrians are not going to like that, but at the moment, I don't care. Our armored vehicles, where are they? I sent them to a different location. Is there an airbase here? There's not. Where are... All our units are deployed. Oh, we sent them all back east. Okay. I don't think so. There should be more still. Or did we lose them all? Oh, wow, okay. Well, I actually didn't produce that many. We'll produce 10 more. We're also going to get our production of our tank soon as well. We are researching the A7V, which should momentarily help us with our nice little advance into France. Once we have tanks and armored cars, we're going to put them together. So for every one tank, we're going to produce 2 armored cars is the plan. And then basically infantry and artillery are just going to take up basically locations and fight and actually hit fortified locations. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. Nope, you're all good. We have an airbase here too? No, I don't. Let's build one. So let's not, because I have one down here. So right now we're just playing on normal for the moment. Looks like so they have armored cars as well. We can at least keep grinding them down, so that's no big deal. Right, once these guys are in there, we're going to order them out. Do a nice little spoke pattern here. Thing is, they're not seeing anybody, which is kind of causing me a little concern. So once again, remember, just because it works in SRU doesn't mean it works in Great War. Did I put them? I do know I wanted to do a bit of a push this way. We're gonna get fast here. Yep, captured another little town. These guys are all gonna advance. This is gonna be a bit of a pain to get. I'm probably gonna have to bring in infantry to take that out. Or that might actually be our first test for artillery. Or, tanks maybe. Artillery's still landing, the troops are redeploying there. Alright. So, here is going to be our first major offensive, again, or our next major offensive in the east. We're going to try and take these 3 towns on this military facility. That'll give us the ability to then swing our forces up and over the river here and continue on through this way. So with that in mind, armored cars are in position. We're going to bring them up. Brits and the Ottomans, or the Turks, I guess you can call them. They're still fighting it out down there. Alright, so the plan is this. The infantry are going to move in and try to capture these 3 locations. The infantry fighting vehicles are going to try to move up to this location. They're basically just going to work in this direct line like this. They're going to move in and try to engage the artillery. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and the other one of infantry is going to push right towards that military complex as well. We're going to wait until this last one is in place. Then we're basically going to order all of these guys up. Alright, so you are going there. You are going there. You are going there. You are going there. Then you, I will hold in reserve until the moment of need. So, I'm just going to call this the... What is this region of... Pausing, maybe? Oh, it's pausing here, isn't it? Oh, it's Lutz. Pausing's down here, isn't it? Wait, am I actually going to be capturing? No, or it's here. Close. They're now being engaged. We are now moving up with our mechanized. And all these guys are moving up. Wow. There's only an Air Force base here somewhere. Come on, guys. Wow, we have lost a lot of units so far. Come on. Come on, guys. There we go, there we go. Just keep laying siege of these guns. Wow, we are getting obliterated. We have lost so many units. We lost multiple. Wow. The amount of divisions we lost in this fight is just... Like, it comes down to, I don't know if that was even worth it. Wow. French are definitely built up there still. Our losses on the Eastern Front have been just insane. Like every unit I think we've lost so far has been in the East. you guys could see me right now, you'd see me shaking my head. Wow. So, we got it, but at what cost? I mean... We lost so many units in that fight. Like, it's going to take me a while to just kind of put things back together properly. We went in... Wow. Wow. Yeah, SRU definitely never got losses like that, I'll tell you what. Definitely did not get losses like that ever. Like, that is just insane. That is just insane. Research is going. That's going to be the end of this episode. In the next one, we're going to try to kind of piece together our Eastern Front a little bit. Try to kind of solidify it a little bit more, and then we're going to push into France a little bit. And kind of hold up our advances in the East, just so that we can kind of collect ourselves. See you next time. Bye-bye.